There's a big difference between talking and reporting, especially right now with a fire hose worth of news coming your way. You know what helps? Having reporters in the field. I'm Brad Milkey from ABC News, and that's what we've got on ABC's daily podcast, Start Here. Every morning, Start Here takes you across the country and around the world for a quick, smart look at the stories that matter. It's fast, it's straightforward, and sometimes, gasp, news can even be fun. So let's meet up tomorrow morning. Listen to Start Here wherever you get your podcasts.
Valentine's Day is right around the corner, and we're getting you ready with some unusual date ideas around H-Town. From archery to improv classes, Hey Houston newsletter editor Brooke Lewis and producer Carlignon Jones join me to give their recommendations with a unique twist. It's Thursday, February 8th, 2024. I'm Raheel Ramzanali, and here's what Houston's talking about. Carlignon, Brooke, how are y'all? Good morning.
Doing good.
Good morning.
So we're going to have a little fun with this, all right? Yes, we're going to have a lot of recommendations. We're going to put together some unique date ideas, but we're going to remix this a little bit, all right? So the way we're going to do this is we're going to take your first name, and each letter is going to represent a unique date idea that our listeners can try out. So Brooke, you're up. Start us off. What are your date ideas with your name?
Okay, so to all my potential suitors listening, this is the way to my heart. I am definitely a romantic, so you will see that a lot of my dates are pretty romantic. Starting with B, books are key to my heart. So going to a local bookstore like Kindred Stories in Third Ward would be an ideal date for me. And I think something fun that we could do is pick out a book that we think the other person would like, and then buy it for the other person, and then go to Rado Market, which is the newly renovated part of El Dorado Ballroom in Third Ward. So, coffee, books, and really not coffee, but tea at Rado, and maybe some food. Sounds like a great date experience.
So I want to ask you about bookstores, okay?
Yes.
And you kind of answered it, but when you go to a bookstore as a date, do you sit there and read for a while, or are you just buying the book and moving on? Like, is it a quick date, or are we, allocating 2 to 3 hours?
I feel like for me, I get lost in a bookstore. So it could be like at least an hour of just kind of like looking through, figuring out what you like. That's the fun part. Or just sitting down to read a little bit and then go to the coffee shop and maybe read the book that you bought and just talk and hang out.
Okay,
Yeah.
That's a fun one right there. Let's go to R. What do you got?
Okay, so R is rom-com. So I am a rom-com queen. My friends know this about me. If you name a rom-com, I have probably seen the rom-com. I do not discriminate on the rom-com. Like, I have seen so many rom-coms growing up. I blame my mom because one of her favorite actresses is Julia Roberts, and she is a rom-com queen. So that is why. But I would love to see a rom-com. I know guys are probably like, not the best, but I do feel like guys surprisingly end up liking it. Like I most of the time when I've had this experience, they end up liking the movie too. So Rooftop Cinema in Houston is a great place that shows really cute romantic movies. And for Valentine's Day week, they're going to have some movies that are coming out on Valentine's Day, and then the Thursday that are all kind of, romance. So La La Land will be playing on Valentine's Day, and Love and Basketball, which is one of my favorites. And then 51st Dates, which is on Thursday with Adam Sandler, which, is hilarious. So I think those are great options. And I would love to see Love and Basketball. That's like a classic. So going on to O, open mic night at Avant Garden. They have poetry every Wednesday night, and it's a wide range of performances. And every time I go there, it's like kind of feels like you're in your own little oasis. It's really relaxing. You hear really moving poetry, like, all kinds of different experiences, all kinds of different Houstonians. And it's a really great experience. It's in Montrose. So, you guys know I love hanging out in Montrose. So that's another great one.
Now, do you expect your date to jump up there as well?
I mean, that would impress me, but that is a lot to ask. Like, it depends on, is this the first date? Like, I would be impressed, but that would be a lot. That would be a lot.
Carly, if it's a third date and your date is like, yes, you know what? I think I'm going to jump up there. You're cool with it?
Yeah, I feel like it'll remind me of the movie that Lorenz Tate is in. What is it
Yes,
called?
and I'm about to bring that up, Carla. Love
Oh my
Jones.
God, Love Jones.
That is
yes.
like top for me. You guys, if you want to understand me, watch Love Jones. Like, that is one of my favorite movies of all time. So yes, and that's why open mic night. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. You got double O's here, so what's your next O?
Yeah.
So I've always wanted to do this. I've always wanted to go stargazing. It is super romantic, but also really fun. And I think living in Houston, when we look up at the sky, we don't always get to see stars and what they actually look like. And so you can have this experience at George Observatory out in Fort Bend, and it's only $10. So I think it's worth it, and also just a really good Valentine's activity. But if you're just thinking of romantic date activities that you want to do, throughout the year, it's one that you should add to your list.
Yeah, that one is so awesome because we do it a lot. Like the park
Ooh.
is near us. It's inside Brazos Bend State Park. So you do have to pay the park admission fee as well, in addition to the George Observatory fee if you want to do that. But you can just go there, and they have, telescopes outside. Sometimes they have amateur stargazers out there as well with their telescopes. So you can just do it for free. But you can just pull up, and when it's dark enough, you can see the Milky Way. It is amazing. It is so
cool.
beautiful. You'll see that smoky rise on the horizon. That's the Milky Way. It's beautiful. And if you get there a little bit earlier when it's daylight, you can do a bunch of hikes as well and see alligators. That is like alligator capital in Fort Bend. So it's a fun place.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All of Brooks so far are like so lover girl like. They're just exactly her. Like
she called it.
I
She
told
said,
you
"Look,
guys.
yeah,
It is what
she is all about this."
It is, honestly, it's like my reputation. My friends call me a lover girl. It's so bad. It's really bad. A lover girl that's, single, but like not for long after this.
No.
Okay, so karaoke is for Kay, and I love a good karaoke night. Like, I love having karaoke parties at my house, but I also love going out to karaoke. I think this could be a fun group date activity. Spotlight karaoke is one of my favorite places to go because you can rent a room, but you can also be on the stage and kind of have your own little like American Idol voice moment if you want. And I've always had a great experience going to Spotlight. And if you have the guts to get on stage and sing along with me, then I feel like we're gonna get along great.
mm-hmm.
I think it's a red flag if you don't get on stage and sing if you're going on a group karaoke date. Like, you got to just do it. And I know it's
No.
embarrassing. You have to do it. If you can't do it, then to me, it's like red flag.
No, some people have like bad nerves and can't get up on stage, but like Spotlight is that good in between. Like, I've been there before, and like she said, you can go get your own private room, and
Yeah,
it's
in a
less
private
scary.
room.
Yeah, like yeah.
But there's something so fun about that fake little like American Idol moment. Like, you're on stage, everyone else is singing along with you. Like, I think you just make the most of it. And there are people who can sing, and there are people who absolutely can't sing, and you're still like jamming out alongside them.
Yeah, you just have fun at the end of the day. Okay, last one, E.
So for E, it's just simple, exploring downtown. I think downtown Houston has just expanded so much. There's so many fun things to do. I think something classic to do is to go to Discovery Green and then walk around, explore, have some fun there, and then go to Phoenicia. You might be like, why are we going to Phoenicia? But get the hot chocolate at Phoenicia and get a little snack for yourself. Like, that is ultimate like winter date hangout. I love doing that. So those are mine. And as you guys can see, I am a total lover girl.
Yeah, a lot of good adventures there. I like those. And yeah, exploring downtown. I was in downtown a few times, like after 9:00, and it is popping, especially in the theater district. There's so much going on. People are still out there. They're doing Segway tours as well on a weekday. It's so much fun. It is the place to be, honestly. Like, you got to go out and explore it. And that's a good date night to just go out, walk, and enjoy so many different things there.
Yeah, for sure.
Brooke, those were awesome. And by the way, if you want to see all of Brooke's picks, our show notes have everything by the letter of Brooke's name, so you can get all the recommendations there.
Shipping can make or break a sale, so optimize how you ship your orders with ShipStation. They make it easy to automate and manage orders no matter how big your business grows. And they might even be able to help reduce shipping and warehouse costs. So optimize and keep up your momentum for growth with ShipStation. Sign up for your free 60-day trial now at ShipStation.com and use the code POD. That's ShipStation.com with the code POD.
Carlignon, let's go to you. I'm just going to start calling you Carly here because we're going to get to the letters here. So let's start it off. C, how are you getting this going?
Yeah, we're definitely not going through my full name because that would be crazy, but we're going to start off with the C, and the C is for candlelight. And if you haven't heard about this, there's been candlelight music halls basically going on around Houston for a few months now. And this one is going to be the Valentine's Day edition, and it's Romeo and Juliet themed. And I think this is a perfect, like, romantic, musical type of adventure. You're in the, like, atmosphere of beautiful candles. There's, that nice dark room, and you're just listening to music and vibing out. Romeo and Juliet themed, great off the bat. Who doesn't love Romeo and Juliet? And the tickets are only like $25, but it depends on which section you want to sit in. So they can go up to $65 as like the cap, but I definitely think this is a super fun thing to do. And I've been wanting to catch one of these shows for a while.
Nice. That's a good one. My question is, who's responsible to light all of those candles, right? Because there's like hundreds of candles at these setups. And I actually saw one come across my Instagram the other night, and I'm like, man, the logistics of sitting there and lighting all those candles, kudos to them.
They'd probably send like a little team out and make people just spread out. You get this section, you get this section.
He just make it work.
Yeah.
I also feel like Carly might be a lover girl based on this first suggestion. Romeo and Juliet, candlelight.
Yeah.
Like, what's next? I don't know.
She's going heavy hitter out the gate.
I am a lover girl, but I'm also a very like active person. And you're going to get that with my letter A, which is archery. Okay. I haven't done archery before, but I would like to try it. Actually, you know what? I tried it at a water park one time, but I don't think that really counts. It wasn't for real archery. So if you want to get out and try archery, there's a lot of different places in Houston. One I saw online was called Houston Archery Lessons, and that place is a indoor active center where you have like 12 dedicated lanes just for teaching. It's family owned. You can even bring your kids if you want to. I know it's date night, so you can leave the kids at home, but kids 6 years and older are definitely allowed to come. And they have just like different packages that you can try. One that I saw that would be good for date night would be like the single private lessons, which one student is like an $80 an hour. But if you want to add a second student on, it's only $20. So it's like $100 date. But I think it could be a lot of fun because you're learning a new skill and doing something kind of adventurous together. And that's definitely right up my alley.
And something unique, right? Like, how often do you go to the archery range and learn how to shoot bow and arrows? That's so much fun. I've taken lessons before, and it is addicting. I will warn everyone because you will get in there and like that first bullseye you get, you're like, ooh, that felt really good. And then all of a sudden you go home and you're looking up $500 bows and you're like, wait, hold on, maybe this isn't for me. Let's go to R. What do you got?
Okay, so adventure still. I like to go roller coaster riding. And this is like actually one of my ideal dates. I really would like to go to like maybe Six Flags or something, but we're in the Houston area. So something that you can do year round and do roller coasters is the Kima Boardwalk, of course. You go out there, the prices are not bad. You can get tickets for as many like rides that you want to do. And then also there's just so much to do on the boardwalk as well. There's a lot of restaurants. There's some bars around. There's entertainment. There's aquarium. Like, there's just so much to do in that area, but I'm a thrill seeker for sure. So roller coaster rides is definitely my R.
Yeah, and they also have a lot of deals where you can follow them on social media, and they'll have specials. They also have a wristband. You can do unlimited rides. And as you mentioned, there's so many restaurants and all that good stuff. I'm glad that you're a roller coaster junkie because I love roller coasters. Here's a quick story for you. So I used to work for Landry's in their marketing department, and one day they took us to the Pleasure Pier, which is the Kima Boardwalk cousin, right? They're both owned by Landry's. And we had unlimited roller coasters with no lines.
Oh my God.
So I literally rode that shark roller coaster that's on the water like 8 times in a row. And it was so much fun.
This is like my worst nightmare, y'all. I hate roller coasters.
Really? Oh.
I hate them. Like
I love roller coasters.
I hate them. Like you have to like pretty much bribe me to get on a roller coaster. Like I need to have like some kind of like surprise at the end to make it worth it because I just hate it. Even when I went to Disney World, you would think like this is like the happiest place on earth. Like I was like, I don't want to get on this ride. I don't want to get on this ride. I'm so scared of roller coasters.
Oh, that's the first thing I look for is like, where are the good roller coasters? Oh. Carly, they're so much fun. I'm with you. Give me the roller coasters.
No.
Well, we know not to surprise Brooke with a roller coaster date or anybody. So, hey, if y'all are
I'm getting you an all-day wristband, Brooke. We're going to go. Okay, let's go to L. What do you got, Carly?
Okay, so this is something that I honestly haven't seen going on in a while, but limousine rides. I feel like when I was younger, that used to be so popular. We used to see the limousine rides going around like the town and everybody would be wondering like who's in it, like, you know, but I haven't seen it as much. But recently I was watching TikTok and I seen a bunch of girls rent limousines out to go do Christmas lights, which Christmas season has passed now. But I think it's a great idea. I'm like, this would be such a good date. You can go get in the car together, maybe like, you know, drink some wine, maybe have some snacks in there and get to like talk and listen to music together. I think it would be a beautiful thing to like just go around the city at night and see. So I think it was a great idea for a date.
And you know what you could do, Carly, with the limousine ride? As you mentioned, you can go around, check out the city, but also go to a nice restaurant, right? So when you pull up, and then people are like, ooh, hold on. Who's getting out of the car? Who's getting out of this limo? All right. Is it Beyonce and Jay? What's happening here?
Exactly. It's perfect because I love an excuse to dress up. So you definitely have to dress up for the limousine ride. So exactly. You feel like a superstar.
Okay. Your last one, I.
Okay. So for I decided to do an improv class. I think that this would be a lot of fun. I used to love doing theater and acting when I was in school. And you can take these classes in many places in Houston, but they have a place called Station Theater that we'll have linked in the show notes. And I thought this one was really cool because you can start off as a level 0 and you go in and there's just like no pressure, you know? This is like a weekly free 30-minute class that they do where you kind of can get your feet wet and do like a little test of your improv training before you like decide if you want to actually continue with the classes.
I love that. Any date that you can make your partner leave their comfort zone, I'm all about. So Carly, I like that. Brooke, what are your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I love that because I love to laugh. So I think that I would get a kick out of that kind of class. And it does put you out of your comfort zone and you can kind of see how they are when they're out of their comfort zone. And you guys would probably come up with some like good inside jokes from that class. So sounds like a good one.
True story. I took an improv class at UT because for the longest time, I wanted to become a professional improv actor because I used to watch Whose Line Is It Anyway growing up. And that was my goal. I was like, I'm going to become an improv actor. And I was so good at it in the class. I loved it. And then I realized that, you really can't become a professional improv actor or comedian. You have to do something else. You know, in addition to that, you can't just be on Whose Line Is It Anyway and survive.
Yeah, it's like Wayne Brady's had like 50 jobs, I feel like. Like, there's no way that he's just getting his money from Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, it's Wayne Brady. Okay, so we've gotten the lover girl, Brooke. We've gotten the adventurous, Carly. Now we're going to get the one guy on the show. Let's see. You guys can judge my date recommendations based on my name, okay? And the first one is R, and that's going to be the rink at Discovery Green, which opens this Friday, actually, and they have a huge opening day party. And what the rink is, you can go out there and roller skate. So during the winter, you've got the ice skating, but the rink now is converted to outdoor roller skating. And here's the best part. You know, I'm kind of cheap. It's only $12, which includes roller skate rentals. So you get an awesome date night for $24. Come on, that's going to be so much fun. They also have days where you can learn how to roller skate. So they have classes, they have events, and it is so much fun. DiscoveryGreen.com has all the information. Here's the best part. The proceeds from the rink will support Discovery Green's conservancy mission and park maintenance, free cultural programs. So you're giving back to such an important park in our city as well.
Why did I not know this was a thing? I knew about the ice skating. I've been ice skating there before, but I never knew that they converted it to an outdoor roller rink. I love roller skating. Yes. Well, not roller skating. I love skating because roller skating is hard, but still fun because you go out there and you can fall just like you do when you do ice skating. And I think that that's the best part of skating regardless. It's the falling down. So I got to go try that. Oh my God. Wow.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, and again, you got downtown in the background, Brooke. It's so nice.
Yes, no, I love going to that rink and Discovery Green. It is so much fun. I also love rollerblading. I honestly was going to put rollerblading for my R, but I saw, Raheel, that you were going to do that. So I was like, I'm not going to do it, but I love rollerblading. And it's also perfect weather. Like it's going to not be as cold during the ice skating time when they have it. And so this is like the perfect time before it gets too hot.
Okay, I'm going to move on to A, and this one is antique shopping, and specifically at thrift stores. Now, I like going with a goal in mind, like I want to find X, Y, and Z item, or I want to find an old speaker set, or whatever it is, right? And it turns into a fun game of like going through random stuff, finding funny things, finding really cool stuff. And then you can go to various antique shops around small towns in Houston as well. I know in our area in Richmond, Rosenberg, they have a lot of little stores and you can find some really unique stuff. But antique shopping is so much fun. And you can even turn it into just going to a Goodwill, right? And going through all the stuff there and trying to find that perfect accent piece if that's what you're into. But I love spending time looking for something because you just kind of, again, see how your partner reacts to not being able to find that thing, or can they adjust on the fly or come up with ideas. So I like learning about your person while you're there.
Yeah, I feel like you are doing better than you think at these date ideas, Raheel, because you just picked out like the perfect rom-com montage. They're always like shopping and looking for something. That's like one of the key scenes. So look, you're already on track. You're already there.
Yeah. I feel like antique shopping lets you kind of know what that person likes too. So if you want to go pick a gift out later, then you kind of have an idea like, oh, okay, she liked this or he liked that. Yeah, it's a good idea.
That's a good rom-com. He went hunting for a dresser, but instead he found love.
Definitely like Hallmark. Definitely on Hallmark. Definitely Hallmark, Netflix, one of those. Yeah. Maybe
low
not.
Budget
maybe
film.
not in theaters. Maybe not.
Okay, I got to put something fitness related. So for H, I'm doing hot yoga. Ooh. I love working out with my wife. It's one of our favorite things. And hot yoga is so different. If you haven't done it before, it is hard, okay? And there's so much fun about seeing your partner struggle a little bit. And again, how do they react to those moments, right? So you can see how they're going to do. Are they going to quit halfway through? Are they going to power through, right? And for me, fitness is important. So if that's important to you, you got to let your partner know that, hey, this is a big part of my life. So here, we're going to go try this. And, if they don't like it, then maybe you learn something about them that, maybe you're not the right one for me, right? So I like doing that. I like going to fitness dates. And then the best part on fitness dates, especially something like hot yoga, afterwards you are so hungry, you get to go eat somewhere and you can pick a really good meal.
Okay, this is not a first date, is it? Because like hot yoga on the first date is crazy. No,
that's
crazy.
That is crazy.
That'd be an awesome first date.
You can't bring it out like that on the first date. That's too much. But also, Raheel, I'm wondering, do you do hot yoga in the summer as well?
I just do it in the garage. Truthfully, I just shut my garage down. I've got YouTube videos that I know. So yeah, it's my hot yoga. It's free hot yoga.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
That is crazy. I will say a good place in Houston to do hot yoga is Black Swan. I have been. It is a great place. They have multiple locations throughout Houston. But hot yoga for a first date, not. I think I would, even if someone who's done it, I would be kind of like, I don't know if I want to go on a second date with this guy.
Yeah.
See, this is why I'm not in the dating pool anymore, because okay, when I was single, first dates would be like, let's go to Memorial Park, because I want to know, like, hey, do you like fitness? Because this is a big part of my life. I like working out. So I would be upfront about it. And instead of going to a restaurant, we're going for a nice walk or a jog.
Raheel's out here testing people. If you cannot do a mile, he's like, we cannot be together. This is crazy.
But if you cannot run a 5K on the first date, don't even bother.
We're going to sign up for Houston Marathon on like the first date.
It reminds me of those people who take people on swim dates the first day to see like, oh, like to make sure you don't have on makeup so that you don't like scare them and stuff like that. Like, this is hilarious. Like,
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I knew this was going to happen. You guys are going to make fun of me.
What is your E? What is your E? It's like, is it going to go more
downhill? Okay, my E is an easy one. Okay. It's not as unique, okay, but it's eat at a restaurant that you've been wanting to go for a while as a couple. But remember, things do get busy on Valentine's Day. So if you are planning this date, then you know it's amateur hour on Valentine's Day. All these restaurants are going to be packed. But if you are picking something unique, it might not be. So take this time to try out a restaurant that is a little bit out of your comfort zone. So if it's something as simple as sushi, where you've been wanting to go or try a new place out and you just weren't sure, then take this time to do it. So your E is try a unique restaurant, eat.
Okay. That's not bad. We could do that one.
After you work out, though.
No. Oh my gosh, hot yoga and then eat at a restaurant. That's Raheel's like dream first date. And girls all around are all just like shaking their heads as they listen. It's okay, guys. He's married and he's off the market.
Yeah. And my wife's problem now. Yeah. Your second E is endurance racing.
Real stop. Don't even finish at this point.
I know.
Okay, no, for real. My second E is Epiphany, and that is the James Turrell's Twilight Epiphany Sky Space. Okay. I've recommended this before on date night episodes. If you haven't been, please go. It is so much fun. It is so relaxing, yet so inspirational. And you can turn it into a little picnic there, watching the lights change. And that Sky Space area on Rice's campus is absolutely stunning. It is one of the marquee things in the city of Houston. If you haven't done it, please go do it. It is outstanding. I can't recommend that enough.
Okay, you did good there. You did good with this one.
Yeah, that seems normal. You're moving in the right direction.
Okay, my last letter, L, is laugh. And I'm recommending stand-up comedy at one of the various places around town, from the Improv to the Riot Comedy Club. There's a lot of good clubs around town that is featuring local comedians who are making their way to the top or are established voices around the city. There's something so unique about going to a stand-up comedy show, because that's something we don't do in the city of Houston as much. In New York, you go all the time. Like, there's clubs all over, and that's almost like a normal night, right? Like, let's go watch X, Y, and Z comedian. But in Houston, we don't do it as much. It's unique. It's fun. You get a great laugh. You might get picked on, so you might have some inside jokes as well leaving that date. So L for laugh.
I like this one. Like, whenever I was trying to pick out my eye, I thought about going to the Improv comedy show that they have down here, because I've been there maybe like once or twice, and it's a lot of fun. They bring in like professionals, but they also have people who are like, you know, kind of just starting the industry that'll come on before. And it's a lot of fun. It's a great time. Like, you can eat there and everything. So it's a perfect date night for sure.
Yeah, I love that. I love to laugh, as I said earlier. And so any kind of thing where we can just laugh and have a good time sounds like a good date. I think you have redeemed yourself, Raheel. You're ending on a good note. You're ending on a good note.
There you go. Okay, I redeemed myself, and that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of information. So we've included all of our date recommendations in the show notes. Don't be shy. Make sure you look at those and enjoy all the great things around our city. Ladies, that was a lot of fun. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you. This really showed all of our personalities. It's hilarious.
I know.
Don't do hot yoga on the first date, y'all. Please don't do that.
From lover girl to hot yoga. Like, what a transition.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.
That was Brooke Lewis and Carlignon Jones. Don't forget to subscribe to Hey Houston for even more date ideas and Houston happenings. That will do it for today. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something new.
If they like coffee, I don't like coffee, but if they like coffee, they can get coffee and we can just hang out together.
Wait, Brooke, you don't like coffee?
I don't. I know.
Didn't we do like a whole coffee episode?
We did. It's weird. I think I put this in the newsletter. Like I did a roundup of coffee shops. I love coffee shops, but I don't like coffee.